Hi, my name's Ben, and today we're going to do a quick demo of an x402 payment. And if you haven't heard, x402, as it suggests here, is an open neutral standard for internet native payments. So the TLDR is that you can build one of these very, very small servers, and you can enable people or agents to make micropayments or large payments to access your materials. It is gaining in popularity somewhat. I just think it's a very interesting technology, and it's a very simple technology, as we will see today. If we look at some June analytics, you can see it launched back here in October sometime, and there was a lot of on-chain activity, but that has since died down somewhat. And you can see the different actors involved. So Coinbase, who we're going to use today, was very popular. Now it has transferred into some of these other actors who provide these gateways, or facilitators they're called. But let's just have a quick look at what the demo does, and then we can have a look at some code. So here's our demo. I'll disconnect my wallet. So it says I'm going to pay 0.001 USD for a joke. I connect my wallet. I confirm this payment. It's checking my payment, and then I get this crappy joke here. So that's basically what we do. But once we look at the code, we'll see just how simple this really is. So I'm going to jump back over here. We see we have this very simple code base. We have the server itself, this main.ts file, some HTML, and this client.ts file. But let's quickly look at the server. So this is just a pretty standard server here. We have some Express imports and some other 402 imports. We have these variables here, including a pay address. So this is who will receive the money for the 402. Yes, then we have this variable, which is a facilitator. So this is what I was talking about. This is what I was showing over here. There's various facilitators that facilitate these x402 payments. And today we're just going to use the x402 org facilitator. However, there's many. Then we have this resource server. What this is the schema for the 402 payment. There exists many of them. There exists on Solana, on Aptos. Let's see over here if we have some by chain. Yeah, so Base was big. Now Solana is quite popular. Polygon, BNB. So what we can expect is many more of these to roll out over time, and for the standard to be launched across all chains. And then normal Express app, and then we have this middleware. So this is the key, basically. So if we have this endpoint, which is /joke, then we have this middleware, which is invoked with this facilitator and resource attachment. And so this basically tells us, will tell us what to do. Then we have some crappy jokes. And the endpoint itself. So if the payment is verified, then return the joke and some other information, a health endpoint, and then just some logging. Okay, so this is the server. On the front end, we have some very basic HTML. We can skip through this. All of this you saw, and then we have this main.ts file. And this is the client operations. So we have some stuff from the Veeam library, I believe. Yes, here and here. So we connect to our wallet. Connect to our wallet here, or rather, yeah, connect to our wallet here. And then we have this signing process here. This is the bridge. This is the x402 part of the client where we need this bridge so that we can sign this type of data. And then this is the actual payment process. So this is when we go and actually make the payment. And yeah, that's basically it. So this is all quite simple code. So that's basically it. As you can see, this is just some JavaScript stuff. So we have 150 lines of code here. We have 50 lines of code here. We're at 200. And then the server is 100. So 300 lines of code across 3 simple files. And then we can implement these payment systems. Let's go and do another demo. So we're connecting to the wallet. We're selecting that we're going to pay. So actually, if we look up here, we should be able to see that we're getting a 402 when we go to do something. So see how we have this 402 status here? And what we can see, if we go and have a look in this, we can see the response is this payment required with these details here. And so this is what we need to then go and pay. And that's what gets done in our client. So this is all wrapped up in this function here, wrap to fetch payment, which comes from here, this x402 fetch function. So this is the really key library here. And we're going to use this more when we do an agent-to-agent payment. And then I go and pay for the joke. I confirm. And then you can see here, we get the 200. Very cool. Very cool, I think. But now for the really fun, the even cooler part, perhaps, which is the agent-to-agent side of things. So right now we're interacting with this through a browser, right? But what we really want to do is we want to have agents be able to come and do these sorts of things. So I'm just running this on, this is the client, but I'm also running the server locally on 402, port 4021. What I can do is I can expose this to the internet. Maybe this isn't safe, sue me, but I'm exposing this to the internet via ngrok. And so I can copy this and come to my Maltbot, and I can say, go and get a joke from here. Sorry, my wife just walked in. And so I've already told this Maltbot to go and install the x402 libraries. So what it's doing, if we come over here, we can see that it's going to this 402 endpoint, and then it's probably received the payment address, and then it's made the payment. And so if we come back over here, we can see, look, another 0.01 well spent, and then we got this joke. So this is a very real world example of how we've been able to connect and get an agent to make a payment. And of course, this is a very simple example, but you can imagine for our business, if we wanted to allow agents to use our endpoints, maybe we might be building this, then we could build up almost the exact same demonstration as this, except this JSON response would just be a list of endpoints that the agent could then go and use to do whatever it wanted. So I'm going to post this simple demo online. But yeah, I think this is a very interesting piece of technology. I think we're going to see it being used more and more. I saw that Stripe has recently integrated with x402, which is a positive sign. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Bye.